What am y'all? Welcome back to Logic's Lens Gaming. Today we're gonna have story time, and I'm gonna explain why as gamers as a whole have been taking the biggest L. So the other day I made a very difficult decision. I decided I'm gonna trade in my copy of Modern Warfare 2 so I can save some money and then
Wow.
I can buy Wild Hearts. Now I know what you're thinking.
Why would you trade in Call of Duty? Modern Warfare 2 Season 2 just dropped. It's busting, it's lit.
Because I don't play that shit anymore. That's why. But anyway, that's not why we're here. So I, just like a lot of y'all, was probably weary about Wild Hearts and didn't want to jump on buying it day one without seeing some reviews or seeing some gameplay on your own. The game didn't look promising in my personal opinion, and even though EA has been making some decent moves lately, Omega Force hasn't really dabbled in that style of game. So February 16th rolls around and the reviews drop, and they pretty much all are favorable for the game. Despite the technical issues on console, the game was still playable, so I was okay with making the purchase to play this game with my friends. You know, I got a few friends that want to play it. So after going back and forth about trying to decide if I truly wanted to trade in Call of Duty, I said, yeah, I don't want this shit no more. So for my job, I literally drive all day. I'm on my own the entire day by myself with a little bit of downtime in between shifts. If you haven't set foot in a GameStop in ages, you might not know that they really don't open until 11 or 12, not any of them. Since I start my day before sunrise, I had to wait all the way until 11 or 12 to go trade in my game. At this point, my next downtime from when I started wasn't until 12:30. So I said, okay, when I head back to the station, I'm gonna stop at the closest GameStop to trade it in. Lo and behold, there's no GameStop that isn't like over 6 miles out of my route from where I was coming from to get back to the station. Mind you, this isn't normal. Like there's always a GameStop somewhere, but today it just didn't work out that on my way back there wasn't a GameStop. So I'm like, fuck, now I gotta take extra time to go to GameStop by my crib, which is a little bit out the way, but at this point I ain't really have a choice. So now I'm annoyed I couldn't do this before I'm off my shift and I have to make another stop before I go home. I get to the GameStop and I walk into the store, slap the game on the counter, and I said, how much I'm gonna get for this, man? He told me
$30 in store credit.
I said, all right, let me put that towards Wild Hearts. He nodded and then he proceeded to process the transaction. After getting my ID and my phone number, this man says,
Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like all of our copies of Wild Hearts are pre-orders.
and I'm sitting there looking like, ain't no way every copy this store received got pre-ordered. But his coworker jumped in and was like,
Yeah, man. We only get the amount of copies that get pre-ordered, and maybe one or two extra.
I'm sitting there looking speechless. I'm just like, what the hell? Are you serious? He said, yeah.
Yeah, man. So for future reference, if you think you might want a game, just pre-order, and if you change your mind, you can just get your money back.
Now, I'm gonna get more into this part after I finish the story of what happened. So I sat there dumbfounded for about 3 minutes trying to figure out what to do. Cause mind you, I already went into a couple Targets and Walmarts already just to see if they had any copies, and if so, how many, just out of pure curiosity. You know, low-key Target don't be stocking shit in these stores. I was like, how much will y'all give me in cash? He said,
$24.
I was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. It's just $6 difference, whatever. So he gives me the cash, and then I proceed to head to Target. I get to the game section, and there's not a single copy of Wild Hearts on the floor, not for PS5 or Xbox, nothing. I look for somebody for help because this just wasn't believable to me. Because mind you, it's about 1:30 at this time. So if people was in there buying it in droves, I doubt y'all got here this early on a work and school day. So the guy that helped me, he came, he scanned the barcode, he told me,
Looks like I have one left in the back.
so mind you, now I'm standing there like, is that one still actually here? Because you know the counts don't always be perfect to a T all the time. Then he proceeds to go get the game for me. I buy the game with my $24 in cash, rest on the car, then I dip. Now, let's get to the shits. I'm gonna preface this by saying all of what I'm about to say just might be more applicable to the casuals of gaming than being on the shoulders of the avid hardcore gamers, you know what I'm saying? We still play a very significant role in this atrocity, best believe. So after what had happened to me at GameStop, the reason I froze in my thoughts and I couldn't process what was going on in the moment was because A, this was the first time this ever happened to me, and B, the idea that I can't, with ease, walk into a store and simply buy a game that's not that hyped and walk out. I mean, yeah, people like wanted this game, but we not talking about Hogwarts Legacy or like GTA 6 or something. Nonetheless, my issue is that when the did publishers start only shipping pre-order copies of games? I might be completely out the loop, but the last time I pre-ordered a game was like Kingdom Hearts 3. And I don't know if this was going on back then or not, but this is a new low for us as gamers. I think this is a slippery slope into no longer even distributing physical games. They slowly but surely trying to wean us off of physical games to the point where we all just stay home and download because that's the only choice we have. I never thought I'd see the day that unless you pre-order the game, you can't just go into the store and buy it. Granted, this probably only applies to like really highly anticipated games, but I don't think I'm comfortable saying Wild Hearts falls into that category. I could be wrong, but who knows? But now my problem is, when are we gonna realize that we getting ass blasted with no remorse? Think about it. I couldn't buy a semi-highly anticipated game because I didn't pre-order it. Keep in mind, it needed a day one patch that didn't even fix all the issues. It's $70 damn, and I can't get it back if I don't like it. And if I don't like it and decide to trade it in, I'm still gonna get less than half of what I spent for it, unless I could sell it to a friend for a few dollars less than what I paid. But I'd still be taking some type of monetary loss. Like, we're being given an ultimatum almost at this point.
Buy this game and deal with whatever you get it, or wait for your little reviews to make an informed purchase and hope it's on the shelves.
The likelihood that the people that pre-order a game and change their minds is slim. So if they only shipping out those pre-orders, your chances of deciding to get the game at a somewhat later date are slim. Like, even Wanted Dead, I contemplated buying that and I decided I'm gonna just wait for a sale, but that game was nowhere to be found in stores I went to. I mean, they didn't even like have a barcode for it on the shelf, so I don't know what was going on with that. Fast forward a little, I told Ace about this. I told Ace this story, and what he said was he heard GameStop themselves orders just enough copies to satisfy their pre-orders, which to me is kind of weird considering you could pre-order up to the day before release, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, but look, I don't know which way it is, and I don't care, to be honest, because both of these possibilities are equally trash. I'm more inclined to believe that what the guy told me at GameStop was, I believe what he said. When you consider that I went to Target and Walmart and they was low on copies as well. If you guys can verify for me which one of these is the truth and what really goes on behind the scenes with pre-orders, let me know in the comments and we could talk about it, because I'm really trying to figure out at this point, because to me both options are trash, but it just it says more about the type of position GameStop is in if what Ace heard is the truth. I do think it kind of makes sense to a point. From a business standpoint, it makes sense to only print what you need. I get that, but as a consumer, it's forcing us to pre-order or buy digital, and in the long run, these two evils will only benefit them and not us. And remember, I'm here because I want the gamers to win. But that's it for today, y'all. Just leave a like if you like the video, leave a subscription if you want to see more, and leave a comment so we can discuss everything I talked about. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.